Stocks just had some news. ISM Manufacturing, bit of a rejection. So yesterday, not the easiest day to trade, but we retraced the entire move of the pump up. So the Sunday scan pump is now fully retraced. ETH did on Monday, but it took BTC 2 days. And then we had the, yesterday we had the run up and then down. Yesterday we had the XRP news last night. If any of you guys got in there, it wasn't the same news as we had originally. I think the market is priced in already that XRP is already won. So like the fact that XRP is already like taken over the SEC, like any other news will get, the pumps are going to be less and less now. Any positive news for XRP. The other old one was like a surprise. It came out of nowhere that day. It's not like we were expecting it that day. It came out of nowhere. This one also a surprise, pretty late in the day, so you didn't have New York session to bid. And that's one. Two, it just ended up being like a quick pump, and then we just stayed at the top, had a nuke, back up to the top, and it's just chilling at the top now. Hopefully you guys survived it if you longed or shorted or whatnot. It did pay though if you got in early, if you saw it right away. So if you got in early and saw it right away, congrats. I was at the grocery store. I was looking at my grocery list actually, and I saw the DB tweet, and first the tree, then the DB tweet. Ichi Mobile, long, leave grocery store, don't buy anything, right to the house. I live close to my grocery store, thank God. Clicking, as soon as I like put the order in, I already had like my 25% TP set at 2% on Ichi. So as it climbed up, it started TPing. And as I was watching on the car ride and the TP started hitting, I did put stop loss break even, and then I finally turned my computer on, and then I started clicking, adding, removing, and so on and so forth. It paid, but it wasn't. I mean, it was kind of a dip to buy, but to expect the same thing to be like a 2x in one day, like it did that one, like the day we had the original Ripple news, it won't happen ever again. That, in my opinion, unless I don't know, the judge says XRP wins, and there could be no more appeals. But by then it'll be like a long process, so you'll know that like towards it's leaning. Or if the SEC says we're pulling the appeal, we're done, XRP is officially not a security, and we agree with that, then you fucking long 7,000x. Okay, that'll pay massive. Aside from that, last night, Bitcoin price action was horrific on that news. I was long. I had to take a loss on that long, on ETH as well. And then I had to flip short just for a quick move. Didn't short Bitcoin, unfortunately, which I did. But then it bounced back up. And now we're in a range, we've created a range, sideways range here since the nuke, which is usually like what happens, because the sell-off since that pump the other day, we wiped all the longs out. And then, we're having the sideways action here. But the volatility is still like pretty strong right now. I don't know if you guys are seeing in the alts, at least there's some volatility. And Bitcoin just in a range 26.7 to 27.1 or so, or 27.2 I should say, rather. Anything below 27.2 they're buying. They might spike it below 27. In my opinion, that's a buy. That would actually fully retrace, but you could get air all the way down to 26.6, and there I think it'd be a wick. I think it would wick on higher time frames there. It's not an easy market right now. We've been saying that for a while. You need patience. You can't try too hard. Size down. Everybody said it. Kobe said it. Jewel said it. These are the guys that trade size, and if they're sizing down, doesn't matter the size of your account, you should size down as well, unless you have a small account and you feel comfortable going big and bigger, let's say using more leverage, and you take a loss, it doesn't affect you, and so on and so forth. We have some coins that are just straight down only, like Lever, AMB. These coins are fucking finished. I think it's like worth like if you're gonna short lever A and B, I just started building a short now, incredibly small. Okay, like 0.1x my account. And I have offers 10% up. So that's how I'm playing this. If the market dumps and they don't dump, I don't like cope. I just get out because they're already been sold off pretty hard. I don't look at RSI, but I can imagine they're extremely oversold. Stocks are a bit heavy. They've been for a while. The meme now going around CT is that the New York session just sells. They just sell, and why wouldn't they? Stocks are taking a hit. Apple's taking a hit today too. It did actually pre-open. Now it kind of bounced, but pre-open it was taking a hit, and that'll pull all markets down. We already know this. We've seen it before. So just be aware. If you guys are watching ETH in the low time frames, I am as we do this talk right now. So fucking dead that market and so volatile. So be careful. Like I'm sizing down on ETH. Like I'm short ETH. Like I'm just clicking on it today. There's no like swing. Like this thing is just bouncing left and right, like 0.5% every couple minutes. I guess you keep longing new lows, to be honest, but not an easy asset to trade today. And then, as we all know, the alts will follow ETH to an extent, and then if ETH gets super fucking heavy, also get heavy. If ETH gets super bullish, also get some life. But it also depends on Bitcoin. It was like I don't have to explain the equation to you. We all know it. But just we've all said like this is not easy trading in this range here compared to what we've seen before. But we do have volatility. All summer we had no volatility when I was running the calls with you guys. I know people were frustrated, but now we do have it. And so with volatility, you got to widen your positions, widen your orders, widen the area you want to play. So if there's more volatility and less players in the market, because we know there's less players in the market, but if there's more volatility, things could extend in either direction, with or against you. So as we all saw last night, if you were long ETH, made new lows, dumps 2.5% in 1 hour, whereas Bitcoin didn't even do anything close. So it was only 1%. So just be aware that, if you want to long yesterday when we're at the 1660, you say I want to long 1640, like went to 1615. So a lot of these alts now, like in my opinion, like you should be playing it like, all right, I want to buy this area. I'm gonna buy it when so and so happens. Like this is my reason for buying. This is like what I want to see in the market happen. And let's say I just catch like 30% of the full size that I want, and it bounces. You let the 30% ride, and you pretend you pretend that you have full size. You don't add, and then you say, okay, it's at my target amount. But always have a plan when you're getting into trades, obviously. And at this point as well, I know a lot of people here. Maybe you don't have a crazy monitor setup. Maybe you don't trade like this, but I would recommend that if you trade in the day, like don't trade one asset. Like unless you're like a Bitcoin expert, or like your majority of P&Ls in Bitcoin, fine, trade that. But like if you're an altcoin guy, instead of going let's say 10K on one coin, go like $1,000 on 10 coins, because they're all like they have different liquidity each one of them, and they have different price action right now. Like some are nuking, some are pumping, like you don't know. So like it's better to build a basket and take what you can. Obviously, it requires a bit more due diligence, and this is for the guys that like set bids and wait. But there's certain coins like we all know that BitBit has about 700 positions open at all times because he has bids on every coin. But he manages the risk clearly, and he has a bigger account, so he's able to do that. But you guys could do something similar, but you choose 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 coins maybe, and you go from there, and you take what you can. Because from my experience in crypto, at least being on the trading side, like me, I trade anywhere from like 10 to 20 positions a day. I can only watch 8 of them. I have like on Quant Tower, I have like a side chart thing open, like where I just like switch between them. But like the other coins aren't like the main ones with the size. But what I'll do is instead of like me going, let's say 1x on one coin, I'll go, I don't know, or sorry, let's say instead of me going like 5x on one coin, I'll go I don't know what math is, but if I add it all up, I'll do that across 10 coins. And it gives you like leeway. It gives you room to work, and it gives you room to manage. Yes, there's going to be the occasional day where you're going to get smoked if it's against you. But you'll know you're going to like you're on the wrong side if you have, if you're watching Bitcoin. So that's what I do. Like I just click and I'll just like manage a bunch of positions. And if they all go the same way in your favor, you're actually making more than just one coin. Because some, like, let's say you're going 10K on ARB, let's just say, or you're doing across $1,000 across 10 alts, and like ARB goes up 1%, but I don't know, A and B goes up 6. Like you're making way more, and you're not wasting like energy just looking at one thing and like praying. And then I find also it's easier to like not get as tilted, like doing that. On like revenge trading on one pair. So like that's just my advice there. Um, there's a new listing on Binance called Bico. Like I haven't traded it. It's been there for a while, like over a week. I have no fucking clue what it is. Someone's got to present that. So the presenter guys, like if you can, like by next meeting, have that ready. And that's all I really got to add. Oh, Margin Small has a presentation for today. We'll Margin Small, you can go now, and then if BitBit has anything to add afterwards, he'll add. All right, Margin Small, you're up.
Okay. Let me.
What coin is this?
Eco.
Okay.
That visible? Okay. This was listed on Thursday, so almost a week on Binance. This was the token generation event was November 2021. So it's pretty much on the dot 2 years old since the token was live. The basic premise for this token is that it reduces gas by different functions on the Ethereum blockchain. So it has like a few different, I guess, like product offerings. The meta transactions, allowing users to send transactions without having to pay gas fees. Instead, they're paid by relayers. The gasless software development kit, which allows developers tools to build gasless dApps, and basically, gasless. The mention of that word through all their documents like 50 times. And this paymaster service, and again, them talking about easier ways for dApps to enable gasless transactions that basically just allows like a bundling of transactions via these relays, via these systems to allow them to be gasless, with the hopes of allowing people to put more transaction throughput on things that are on Ethereum, like games, stuff like that. On token utility, it's a useless governance token to an extent. You can vote on things. I haven't seen anyone do anything interesting voting wise, so that's TBC if that's really utility. You can stake it to secure rewards. You can pay gas fees on the network using that token. And also apparently you get access to things early. Benefits of actually staking that token, the moral high ground of, I guess, supporting the network and access to products. But I think the main benefit really is if you're trying to do something clever. I don't know if you're doing like a multi-MEV ARB thing across DEXs or something, and you're sending tons and tons of transactions. You're going to get a discount on your fees, which are already greatly reduced by using them, by staking. They have been shipping a ton of updates. When I look through like news for updates from them, they're updating things all the time. Whether or not they're all relevant updates, I'm not so sure, because they even announced that they had onboarded Harmony blockchain, which we all know is a barren wasteland. But they have been updating constantly, and these are the most recent ones, which includes a $9 million raise led by Sequoia India. Market cap is 160 mil as of when I did this a few days ago. But as you can see from circulating in total, there's a ton of price to come. These were the blockchain partnerships that they currently have, with many more in the works. This is their chart, which is, I mean, we've seen it before, but it's pretty extreme. Highs like around $14 and now sub $1. And this is where that announcement happened of the Binance Futures listing. So the price action beforehand fairly dead, other than potentially some insider front running. But that Binance perp went live, moments before one of their many unlocks, vesting unlocks, which was a significant amount of the supply into what was previously very illiquid sort of spot book. So it's like a helpful way for people to hedge into. I've got some details if anyone really wanted to look into it, maybe later, just on the initial offering and like seed rounds and stuff. I guess it's important to note also on these rounds, or like the public IEOs and stuff and ICOs, they're down slightly since they bought in, but private rounds and seed rounds are up like insane amounts, even with the coin down the current pricing. And those rounds, it also includes people like Mechanism. So you'll see maybe Andrew Kang tweeting something at some point again, because he has a significant bag. And also Eden Block, our significant investor. Also, days before that Binance perp listing, Eden Block started claiming some of their rewards. They haven't sold them. They're still sat in that wallet, and I've linked the wallet below if you want to have an alert set on it to see if they do move them. They've been staking the rest of theirs, and instead of just adding this new unlock to their staking, they just decided to claim some rewards instead. And looking at the rewards they've earned from staking, it's super insignificant. I think it was like $6,000 or something on their 2 mil stake, so kind of pointless. And this is their vesting schedule, so like it's pretty aggressive. We're currently like 50-60% unlocked, but that's pretty continuous until I think it's like a year or two's time. Like these, like between 3 to 5% or something every month. So I imagine this coin will continue to continue its downward trajectory unless significant short interest type stuff starts building up on that perp. But I think it would be hard to get that price up. And bottom perp activity, nothing like sticking out a ton. Like there's no free-in premiums on any of this. It's pretty standard looking. And then top wallets, these are the top 3 are all just Biconomy wallets. So they're vesting their community rewards and then like I guess their foundation or the corporation or whatever. But yeah, as most of it's still to like be released, that supply, like they're just holding an absolute ton of it. And then there's some docs that you can check stats on. The crypto rank was pretty good, and they got a ton on this one, which is odd for an obscure coin. But yeah, I couldn't find any different events and exchanges over the last year. It's mostly like updates about onboarding people, but I'm yet to see anything related to price action. Gasless transactions and the way they talk about it seems like a good idea. and they have had in the past like a ton of transaction volume using that API that they have, those gasless transactions, but it's not reflected in price. Tokenomics aren't very good. That's it.
Do you know where was it listed first, Binance or Coinbase? I saw that it is has volume. Second volume is on Coinbase, right? Do you know what was it listed first?
I will find out right now and pop it in chat.
No urgency on this one. Just curious, like why would Coinbase list it? Anyways, if they followed Binance, okay, makes sense. But if they were first, then Binance followed Coinbase.
Coinbase Ventures has they're part of the funding rounds. Binance Labs part of the seed. So I'll find
Okay.
out which order. I think it was January 21, Binance Labs are in the seed, and July 21, Coinbase Ventures are in a funding round. I'll check. Just off of that, I'll guess that Spot Markets, Binance were first, and then Coinbase followed. I'll check now.
Thanks, man. Thank you for this detailed presentation. All right, boys. Okay, so yesterday I was asking you guys to give us your take about the market just in general, right? I was just asking random guys. Do you want to continue doing this today? Does anybody want to say something, give his bias on the market? Anyone who didn't speak yesterday? Wow, you're either shy or too shy or too lazy. Very nice. Finished? All right. No stress. We heard you, no? Okay, give yours.
No, you just well, I can't give mine like because every time I talk, market takes a hit when I run the meetings. But now that I'm not running the meeting anymore, anyhow, we're gonna be like day-to-day price action is obviously bearish. New York session selling, but in terms of like investing, if you guys want to, I don't know how big some of your accounts are, but if you want to set some money aside and do it on spot, me personally, at least on my personal accounts, I've started like investing. Like Q4s, this is the final four sell-offs. Like we have elections next year, rates changing, and fucking halving. So like I don't know what more you need. Seriously, I expect Bitcoin to be at 48K by the end of 2024. It's a 2x. I'm not saying new all-time high, by the way, like with halving, unless like the world changes and
I'm saying new all-time high this quarter, but whatever.
yeah, you the man, you the man. You get new all-time high this quarter, you never see me again. I have so much Bitcoin now, but yeah, I've started like selling, getting out of my. In terms of investing, I'm like I was once at 50% stable coins. I'm down to like 30%. So like the bottom's closer than the bottom is closer to than the top. Let's just say that. Right now I'm short because like that's what the market's telling me. But if I was a guy who's who just accumulates, it'd be the time to accumulate. 1500 is fair value for ETH in my opinion. Anytime it's under 1500, you just buy. And Bitcoin at this point is 25K fair value. 25 to 20K. We're not going to see FTX price again unless like there's a major like all-time FUD. CZ arrested, but it's not going to happen. CZ arrested. It's over. It would have happened already. Like Binance isn't shutting down. They're going to make a settlement. They're going to make a settlement because there's no more precedent anymore for like the SEC to win on. I mean, like the SEC, he'll make a settlement with the SEC. DOJ, I don't know, but the SEC, he'll make a settlement, and he'll probably make a settlement with the DOJ because Arthur did. And Arthur was doing the same thing, money laundering with the Iranians. So it's the same thing. And they're just going to, and believe me, Binance is war chest. is bigger than Arthur had because Arthur has a lot of money, but he couldn't dip into the insurance fund. Binance makes way more money. And they've been around longer, so they'll just reach a settlement. Who cares? And there's so much shit going on in the fucking there's so much
You
shit
hear
going on in the US government right now. Especially with like the speaker getting stepped down. They don't care about crypto right now. And Gary's getting toasted. And then like if we get a bullish speaker in the house, like things could change too. Like, you know, it's like we have a temporary speaker in the house that's bullish crypto, but like if a permanent speaker in the house happens, it's like the second most important position in government, by the way, in the US government. Like the vice president is just like for media, they don't do fuck all. It goes president, then speaker of the house. Those are the two most
it's
important
true.
positions in government.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
if
this
we have
guy's going
Trump,
only temporary, no? It's just going temporary.
yeah, but like the Republicans control the House, right? So it's going to be someone who's like pro crypto because of the nominations that are up there now. I think are all pro crypto. But if it is the guy now, McHenry or Tom Emmer, like
That they're not
Bitcoin
really
50K.
pro cryptos. They're just against
Yeah,
anything that
no, they are.
Democrats.
No. He's Tom Emmer is
They
big.
hate Gary. And Gary's
Yeah.
Democrat.
Yeah, Gary's finished, and if Gary's finished, up only. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
My God. Yeah, I think yes, this narrative is true. If Gary is gone, it's not because anything is gonna change, obviously, right? The rules are fucking simple, okay? Securities are securities, and these coins are securities. But it's gonna change the people's minds, the narratives, okay? And that's gonna create that on itself is gonna create buying pressure. Now all these things that we're calling now, we're just ahead of that fucking curve. We're just too early. In other words, we are pre-rich, okay? So, but this is true about the settlement. I mean, we hear that from people I don't want to mention, but I don't know. They're saying from credible people, they heard that they're gonna get something between 1 to 1.5 billion fine, and Binance is gonna get away with it. They're just working on the paperwork right now. I don't know how true is this, but this came from high up, so it may be true. And obviously, Binance 1.5 billion. Well, Arthur, he paid what, 200 million? It was nothing for him.
1.5 billion is like you paying 100K of your own money. It's nothing.
Yeah.
He probably has more money than Elon. You just don't know it.
Yeah. 100K is a lot of money for me though, but yeah, it's
I
probably
know
more than
it's still a
one.
big chunk. No, it's still a big chunk, but it's like not
Yeah.
making you poor. You know, like
Yeah.
you know. I'm not trying to like be like an asshole, but like
No, I'm saying like
in terms
yeah,
of the
like
value of the dollar,
for regular
it's not a
people,
lot.
it is a big money, but still, you can still survive it, right? That's what you mean. Like you can still
Yeah.
you're not going on the street, and Binance is going to stay there after a fine like this. And a settlement is good. A settlement is going to put all the FUD behind us, and I mean this is the best thing Binance can now wish for.
And I'm
I
telling you
think
guys right now, by the way,
the
if there is a
market also.
settlement, it will be a surprise. You better have the EG command set. Even if it never happens, have it set. To fucking buy BNB with highs.
Well, highs. Yeah. Meanwhile, the stock market is wow. Again, what the heck?
Yeah, Hanish.
Why, sir? Why?
Hanish.
Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, boys. Thanks for your time. Wishing you all a good day. Today is what? Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 2 more sessions this week, so we have time to go over some. I wanted to do some brainstorming with everyone, okay, about our plans. Before my meeting on Friday, I have some social media advisors, something like serious. One, to build our brand. Second, to to make sure that we're doing things right from legal perspective and the way we're going to do this. Then I'd want to do some kind of brainstorming with everyone together. We're just gonna throw ideas, what kind of directions. Like I heard Odi, he sent me something interesting also, like about Twitter Spaces that can be big because we're actually giving something else. It's a different angle. It's not like anyone else, and stuff like that. So I'd like to hear ideas from you guys. Think about it, and obviously, anyone who would want to be part of this thing, yes, you are able to be part of this. Um, so yes, I guess we'll discuss this. We'll go over this stuff. I don't know if tomorrow, probably Friday. So right before that meeting, it's gonna be fresh, and I'll have more ideas. What is coming up this week from news? There's nothing special. Yeah, Friday morning unemployment report. Actually, this is what? An employment report. This is non-farm. Friday should be interesting. 8:30 a.m. Yeah, non-farm. It's a big number. This number actually is very big because this is coming before the last hike for the year. So if it's a very bad number, well, maybe he's not gonna hike. And that's gonna shift the whole, like if this is a very bad number, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, that's interesting actually. This Friday can be very interesting. So pay attention to this. Another thing, we have something, Orny, you're here. You mentioned next Friday, right? DCG,
ECG? You mean
case against the
SEC?
SEC. Yeah.
Yeah,
First one.
it's a deadline for them to appeal.
Shelby, can you
Um,
add this on the calendar? Where is Shelby? Or you? Add it on the calendar. Also, we have another thing here on the Discord. I noticed. I don't know if this is new or not. I have events at the top left. You see that? You guys see this thing? Like, scroll up and you'll see like events like here. I posted in general this. Do you see that or only I see it? Ah,
We don't
shit.
see it.
I can see it because I'm okay. So if we do, okay, I guess, yeah. So only admins. Okay, so I can add others as admins and let them post events. Or I can just give all traders a permission to post events, something like that. Okay, I will check this out. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. I can add permission for all traders to add events, something like that, and we'll do this. Maybe this is going to be a better way to actually follow up on events and calendar stuff. If this is going to send us like a heads up here on the Discord, maybe that's going to be even this is more efficient. You don't have to open another browser or whatever shit. Interesting, good ideas. All right, I will try this. Yes, I will see if I can give permission for traders to add events. I will check this out. Other than this, anything else? All right, boys. Thank you. Wish you all a good day, good evening. We'll be in touch. A good night also for the ones that are going to sleep. Make sure, again, give yourself that leeway, that needed leeway, you need it, okay? Um, don't get chopped on anything that you don't have to get chopped on. We're not in a bullish cycle. We're not in a bullish rally. Buy dips. It's not the end of the world. Buy them small. Give yourself big leeway. Like it could see WLD yesterday. If you didn't have enough leeway, it's over. You'd be selling the exact piccolo. Same thing on a ETH or other coins. So make sure you have that leeway, meaning trade small. Okay, you could still make big money here trading small size, guys. Right? A lot of coins are moving 10, 20, 30% from the lows, from the dips. Okay, it happens many times, many times, always, almost in every cycle. Okay, so that means you don't have to be big to actually make good money. And if you do it on one, on second, on third, yes, it pays eventually. And some of them forget about this, the ones that go 2 to 3x. So give yourself that needed leeway. All right, guys, have a good day. See you around.
Thank you, Kobe.
Ciao, boys.
Thanks, Kobe.